Dear colleagues, welcome back again. Today we are going to talk about Microsoft Visual Studio coding part. Until now we have learned and we discussed about the theoretical part. Let us start quickly. First of all, to be able to start Microsoft Visual Studio, on the start button we are going to find Visual Studio whatever version we have. At the moment we have 2017 version in our laboratories, even 2015. I have in my computer 2013 version. When you click at the beginning, so we are going to see one page which is called start page. On the start page you can see here, to create a new project we click here. If we have some other project which is existing project, we click this open project button, or these are our previous recent projects we have. Anyway, so let us start with the new project by clicking here. Actually, before I click here, I would like to show you here in the file menu you can click new button, and next to it there is also project button. So when you click this project or this new project are working together in the same way. Anyway, we just started now. When we start, there are different types of Visual C# programming. One of them is console application that we are going to do today. Of course there is another one, Windows Form application. Of course the others are all here, like you can create some class libraries, or you can see from the list. So whatever you installed in your computer, you can see all of them. Here on the left hand side you may see Visual C# which is selected, and from here console application you have selected. Then this part at the bottom in the name area, we are going to give the project name. This is going to be our first project, that's why I'm writing here first project, and I choose here the location, whatever is going to be saved. It's going to save it on my desktop. If I want, I can click browse button and choose another direction, another path. At the end of the day, it's going to save it on the desktop at the moment. This Visual C# which is selected on the left hand side is the part of .NET programming. .NET programming, .NET framework, as you know, it is created by Microsoft. That's why most of the Microsoft tools you can use here. I will show you while we are doing some coding. There are some other programming languages. For example, here Visual Basic is also another programming language which is related to the .NET framework. After you choose Visual Basic, you can choose from the list again form application or console application. Of course, the code that you are using here for Visual Basic is going to be different codes. Another one, Visual C++, it can be Visual F# or some JavaScript that you can use. If you installed some other programming languages into your computer, you can see the other templates, the other programming languages here. Anyway, let us come to our topic, which is Visual C# that we are going to learn. For Visual C#, after you choose here in the middle window, you are going to choose console application. Generally we are going to do our application console application, and the project is going to be first project. What is console application? Console application, like if we define like easily, this is command prompt. You remember, as a computer engineer, this place is called console. So the one that you write cd // no, not this one, cd // oh sorry, yeah, I forgot. It was a long time ago that we were using that DOS programming. Anyway, so cd ... just to go back to the first folder up, or directory to see all the lists in your directory. Whatever it's you are having here is the DOS prompt, and it's called command prompt. This area is called console area. So that black area is console area. The console application is going to be a comment based output that we are going to see. This is going to be our first project. When I click OK, as you see on the screen, you can see one window is going to open to be able to write our codes. Okay, so here I'm going to make it a little bit bigger to see properly. And here some codes generated automatically. I'm going to explain what are they now. First of all, you can click this minus button or plus button to close or open. So let me close all of them and let me start one by one. So first one is using area. That using area, you can see here using system collection generics, blah blah, the other things also. This area is called library area. So we are just defining here library. Shortly, to be able to understand what library is, think about in a school when you have a library. If you need some information to find from library, if you need some information, you are going to library and getting to one book. From that book you are getting your information. Like this, while you are writing some code here, that code is going to represent something. Those information will be available on those libraries. So without using those libraries, you cannot run your program. So I will give you some example later. The second part is, other than this library, is namespace. Namespace is our project name, first project, so that whatever we are just connecting to this project is going to have same namespace. So in the future we are going to learn some other class information or other pictures or whatever it is going to be connected to this namespace. It is generally our project name. The next part is class. .NET programming is all the time using class, so all the time you should have at least one class in your program, and generally as a default it is saying that here class program. And the next part is method. One method we have which is called main method. Generally this main method should have in a program, especially C-based programs, has main method. I'm just going to write here the other main method. This is another main method. This main method in C++ it could be okay, but in C# it should be this main method. So what is the difference between those two? The capital letter and small case letter. So in other words, if you go to code here and if you change this main method to main method like this, your program is not going to run. So you can think like this: you are telling your processor to start your program from this capital letter main method. Okay, so your program coding will be here in this area. Whatever you write here, your program is going to do that. For example, if you write here hello, program is not going to run. If you write here hello, then program is going to run. Where? Here. Of course there is an error now because we didn't say some special words, special keywords here. That's why it's not going to run properly. At the end of the day, starting point is here for the main method. So what is method, what is class, or what is namespace? The details you are going to learn later. Okay, so these are the first coding part, and I haven't write any code yet, but I would like to show you some other things about this program, this C#. On the right hand side you can see Solution Explorer. All your codes, all your project information, all properties, references, or whatever are they have shown here. The next part is down here, properties. All properties about your project will be shown here, especially in the future when we learn Windows application, form application. Each tool will have properties, so we will use those properties part. And this output part, the output that we are going to show is seen here. Again, here at the bottom we have error list. If our program has some errors, we are going to see those errors here. What else? This toolbox, we don't need to pin here, so we can just auto hide. This toolbox, especially for Windows form application, we need. So generally Windows layout like this. Somehow by mistake, if you change the place of the Windows and then if you forget to put where was it or something like this, when you start to move, it helps you where you want to put, like this. You can show the position and it stays there. Or the easiest one, generally I prefer from Windows menu on top, I click reset Windows layout, and I reassure yes, of course, so everything settled down in their own place. So this is one thing that I would like to show from Windows menu. The other, most of the stuff here are the same with the Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, because as I mentioned, it is Visual Studio. .NET programming has been created by the Microsoft. That's why it's also called Microsoft Visual Studio. That's why all Microsoft tools are working here. I don't need to talk a lot about help menu to learn something about Visual Studio or something. Yes, you can click those help menu. From here in the file menu we have new. When you click new, you can create a new project, a file or team project or whatever you would like to do, or by clicking open you can open some existing projects. Save as and the others are working similarly like the other programs in Microsoft products. The next one is edit, for cutting, copying and pasting, or some other things are as you see there. So simple things are here. For the view, I don't need to say anything a lot. Some windows like Solution Explorer, you can just jump there by clicking view and Solution Explorer or Team Explorer or whatever it is. The next one is project. Actually, for the basic one, for the first time, we are not going to use a lot about this menu, but generally in the future we are going to learn how to add class, how to add news form. Sometime we are going to add some components. We will see all those things by using project menu. Build part, so this code should be builded first to change the machine code. After that it should convert it to it should run this build, but you are going to build, rebuild, or do other information here. The next one is debug part. Debug means running the program. Debug has two different things. One is F5, the other one is control and F5. If you click F5, program is going to run. If you click Control F5, its program is going to run without debugging. What is debug? Debug is program is going to start from here, from main function, main method, and line by line all your programs is going to run. It's called debug, running the program, in other words. And in this debug menu there is like F10, F11, F9, some other shortcuts. These are to see all your codes, how does it show the result. That's why we are using that debug. Later we will see. Team part is going to just connect for the team. Tools, that if we need something extra as a tools, we can choose something here. Test area is similar, that to make all tests and all debugs, whatever it is. And the last part is for download. So then we are not using a lot those menu, but generally to give you brief information I just mentioned about them. Okay, so in the next video we are going to talk about, we will start to write some code. This part was only introduction to Windows and Microsoft Visual Studio. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon.